capability that Russia and China lack. Our laboratories have certified annually for nearly 25 years that we have no technical need to test. Additionally, it would invite others to follow suit, enabling nations such as North Korea and potentially India and Pakistan to advance their own designs while eroding longstanding non-proliferation norms. Admiral Correll, I would value your perspective of the strategic cost and benefits of testing, particularly in terms of how it might shape the behavior of our nuclear armed states, the other nuclear armed states. General Whiting, space is now a contested domain, and nearly every aspect of modern military operations depends upon space-based capabilities. Early phases of any future conflict will hinge on our ability to maintain command and control while denying the same to our adversaries. To the extent you can discuss this in an open setting, I would like your assessment on the resilience of our space-based command and control systems and the military service's progress toward delivering integrated space-based effects into operational planning. I'm also interested in SPACECOM's role as a supporting command. As a warfighting domain, space requires new battle management capabilities, especially the ability to detect a threat in space and to relay that information to a weapon system. This battle management directly affects our ability to protect troops on the ground, and SPACECOM must continue to fully integrate their capabilities, including command and control, with the other combatant commands. I would like to know what challenges you face in integrating with combatant commands, such as INDOPACOM, and what additional authorities or capabilities you need to meet those demands. I recognize many of these issues will be explored further in closed session, but it is important that we articulate, to the extent possible, the stakes and the trajectory in this forum as well. Thank you both again for your service. I look forward to your testimony. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Ranking Member. General Whiting, would you like to make an opening statement, sir?
Yes, Chairman. Chairman Wicker, Ranking Member Reed, and distinguished members of the committee, it's an honor for Chief Master Sergeant Simmons and me to appear before you today alongside Admiral Correll and Command Sergeant Major Nauman. And I am privileged to testify before this committee for a third time as the commander of United States Space Command, representing the men and women who work tirelessly to ensure the United States maintains our dominance in space. U.S. Space Command's area of responsibility is the ultimate high ground, from which we provide critical capabilities in Overwatch that enhance the entire joint force. In space, we also protect American interests from the threats now arrayed against our space systems, to include our opponents' capabilities that allow them to conduct space-enabled attacks. Thanks to the steadfast support of Congress, U.S. space capabilities ranging from precision navigation and global communications to missile warning and real-time intelligence provide the joint force with unmatched precision, accuracy, reach, and lethality. We saw the joint forces' unmatched integration of multi-domain capabilities in Operation Midnight Hammer, Operation Absolute Resolve, and more recently, Operation Epic Fury, during which space effects were critical to mission success. As the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff recently highlighted, space and cyber forces were the first movers, employing layered and non-kinetic effects to enable freedom of maneuver for the joint force. General Kane's remarks underscore the importance of achieving and maintaining space superiority, not only to safeguard the systems essential for precision strike, missile warning and tracking, and secure communications, but also to provide overwatch for terrestrial forces operating in harm's way. Should an adversary degrade or destroy our space capabilities, the joint forces' ability to fight as it is sized and designed would be immediately and materially impacted. At U.S. Space Command, we command and control offensive and defensive capabilities provided by the military services to conduct operations that set favorable conditions for our joint warfighters. This operational imperative aligns with Secretary Hegseth's observation during his Arsenal of Freedom tour that, quote, space is the ultimate high ground, and we must deliver supporting fires from our positions of advantage to cover our maneuver forces. Make no mistake, our opponents are moving at an alarming pace, developing and deploying capabilities to deny us the use of space. China's on-orbit presence has grown exponentially, now operating over 1,300 active satellites, a 667% increase since 2015, including more than 510 intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance satellites. They are using these capabilities to integrate space-enabled effects across their forces, making them more lethal, precise, and far-ranging, while fielding weapons purpose-built to outmaneuver and destroy our satellites. At the same time, Russia continues to demonstrate capabilities designed to disrupt our assets, including the potential placement of a nuclear weapon on orbit, the single greatest threat to our space architecture. These developments threaten our joint force in every domain, since the control of space shapes outcomes on land, at sea, in the air, and in cyberspace. To ensure U.S. Space Command can deter conflict and maintain deterrence in space, we request continued congressional support of our key fiscal year 2027 priorities. This includes fielding integrated space fires, active protection of our high-valued satellites, enhancing our battle space awareness, building an integrated command and control system, sustaining our forces' freedom to maneuver, and providing sufficient cyber defenses of our space enterprise. We thank Congress for its support this past year, which has enabled us to begin the disciplined transition to our permanent headquarters at Redstone Arsenal, as directed by the President. To guarantee mission continuity, we are executing a phased relocation, operating from interim facilities while a new purpose-built command and control headquarters is constructed. Our people are central to this effort, and we are using retention and relocation incentives to keep our mission-critical talent throughout the move. Your continued support and authorizations for FY26 and 27 are essential to accelerate the completion of this modern headquarters and ensure our uninterrupted readiness. With the continued support of Congress, U.S. Space Command will remain prepared to address the evolving threat landscape, deter aggression, counter adversary actions, and safeguard America's interest in space today and for generations to come. Armed conflict in space is not inevitable, but should deterrence fail, the integrated space power of our team will provide a decisive advantage. Chairman, my posture statement is submitted for the record, and I look forward to answering your questions.
Thank you. And yes, you are going to need the continued engagement and doubling of effort from the Congress. Thank you for your statement. Admiral Correll, you are recognized.
Good morning, Chairman Wicker, Ranking Member Reed, and distinguished members of the committee. Command Sergeant Major Nauman and I are honored to appear before you today alongside our teammates General Whiting and Chief Master Sergeant Simmons. It's a privilege to represent the dedicated men and women of United States Strategic Command and to discuss the critical role we play in safeguarding our nation's security. I'd like to begin by taking a moment to honor our fallen U.S. service members. The Joint Force is eternally grateful to those that have paid the ultimate sacrifice in service of our country.